And you're watching CEC TV, and we're here with Terese Aceves at Loyola Marymount University, professor in the Specialized Programs Department, as well as Michael Kennedy, the head of the Storm Lab at the University of Virginia. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. We're talking about high leverage practices, and I just want to ask you, first of all, what that is and what an overview is of how that's applied.
I would open by saying high leverage practices are foundational practices. These are the building blocks on which both general, special education, and related service providers can all learn key elements that can help to implement both effective evidence-based practices, which are practices that have been used across a number of studies from various researchers, and then also the high leverage practices themselves, which are sort of the things that we do every single day and don't often give a lot of thought to, but they are absolutely essential.
How can HLPs help teachers prepare the programs and develop professionally?
Well, when they're looking for which practices to actually implement, it's helpful to know which practices there are most effective. So there are 22 and there could have been more, but those are the essential practices that are effective for engaging with students and families and professionals, of which 6 have been chosen and seen to be pillar and more pivotal in learning initially as a beginning professional.
How important is collaboration between institutions in order to get HLPs off the ground?
To me, there's nothing more important than collaboration. And it's not merely bringing in the expertise from our colleagues around the country. That's obviously core. But it's also bringing in the expertise and the knowledge and passion of our family members, of community members, and also others that are outside of our field, because they all bring unique perspectives and information that can really make a big difference in implementation.
And resources available for educators, what are they to learn more about HLPs and how to implement them where they are?
Well, the new text, the 2.0 version, has embedded in each of the sections a list of very easy to access resources that include chapters, other texts, videos, which this gentleman you'll see in many of those videos, which is really helpful, that when you're reading through the text and learning about the HLPs, you have easy access to some resources. But the 3 texts that CEC and CEDAR have now on inclusive instruction, HLPs in inclusive settings, intensive instruction, all those 3 texts really provide additional resources for professional development, for teacher educators just learning, teacher trainers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I say something about that? So, in addition to the text that Terese just mentioned, I would note the CEC website has lots of free resources included in their professional learning library. I would say the CEDAR website, which is out of the University of Florida, and then highleveragepractices.org is a hub where the videos are housed and other free resources that teachers in the community can access. So there's lots of investments that have been made. OSEP, the Office of Special Ed Programs out of the U.S. Department of Education, they've really been a visionary leader around the high leverage practices and provided resources that CEC, CEDAR, and other organizations, university and private, have utilized to create these tools and products that are now out for free to the field being disseminated.
okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you both so much for joining us. You're watching CEC TV.